Hey there, we're gonna do a quick little forage today, just this little plant that we get in the spring called a grape hyacinth. So they are something gardeners will plant, but they also kind of escape and spread a little bit. So we're lucky to have found this tiny little patch, and it should give us enough. This is our pretty little plant. It should give us enough to make a grape hyacinth drink. So we're going to almost make like a simple syrup, like a sugar and water infused with grape hyacinth, and then add it to, I don't know, lemonade or sparkling water, something like that, and see if it turns out pretty good. So grape hyacinth is edible, and we're just gonna eat the flowers, just the flower parts. And there are hyacinths that are poisonous to humans, so make sure you're getting the right one. This little dude, it's not native. It came from southeastern Europe, I believe, and in some areas people call these blue bonnets or bluebells, but really they're grape hyacinth. So we're going to grab a bunch, and it's really fun to forage these because all you have to do is go bloop. Get a little handful, we'll stick it in our bowl. We need about a half a cup to try this little drink out. So we're gonna need a cup of sugar, a cup of water, and a half a cup of flowers. So we're gonna spend a few minutes foraging, and then we'll meet you in our experiment lab. Okay, we're back in our makeshift kitchen here. We're gonna work on making our simple syrup with our grape hyacinth. So I've got a little stove, and I need to add, let's see, a cup of water to a cup of sugar. So let's measure out our little cuppers here. Boom, we got it. 1 cup of water. And we're gonna get a cup of sugar, but I'm gonna go ahead and light this dude, get our water going. We need a cup of sugar. So, let's get in here. Ooh, sugar is a little bit chunky. Pour it out. Okay. See? Add that in. Woo! Okay, now get ourselves a spoon. It's a giant spoon, it'll do the job. So we're going to stir this. We want it to come to a boil. And we need to add a half cup of our flowers. So scoop some of these doodads in here. I forgot to mention you should wash these. You never know what peed on your flowers. So wash your foraged edibles. We're gonna drop these in here. So I'm gonna stir this and bring it to a boil. And what we'll want to do next is just turn off the heat, take a lid, and plop it on there. And I think I'm gonna let it sit and infuse. I don't know, maybe like an hour. I mean, it's an experiment, so we're just gonna give it a shot. So, keep it going, brother. We will go ahead, bring this to a boil, stick the lid on it, and let it infuse. We'll turn off the heat and let it infuse. And then we'll see what happens. All right, a little bit of moment of truth action because we're gonna finally make this grape hyacinth drink, and I gotta be honest, I was gonna let it infuse for an hour and it's been like 2.5 because I got distracted. So we'll see what happens. First step, get my strainer, and I'm gonna strain the flowers out of this potion that we have here. Does not smell like anything palatable. Right. Oh god, it's bigger than my container. All right, problem for another minute. So we've got this. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Okay, anyway, got a cup full of ice. I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons of this syrup in. Actually, yeah, put 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and 1 more. Okay, fine vintage of Pellegrino, and we're gonna see what this tastes like. Well, this is kind of a big cup. I don't know, maybe I should put more syrup in. I won't fill it all the way. I'm gonna stir it too. Well, let me get a stir. Ah! All right. The movie Cocktail was inspired by me, actually. Okay. I don't know. It tastes just like sugar water to me. It's like slightly grapey, but not like... It was a successful experiment. It's just not that good. But I think maybe you don't need 3 tablespoons of sugar water to add to your Pellegrino. I don't know. I'm not good at mixing stuff like that. So maybe I'll drink like half this down, add some more sparkling water, and maybe it'll really make the bouquet of the syrup come out. So anyway, I'll decant this into another container, and then I'll probably keep it around for like a couple weeks. It'll probably be good still. Sometimes I read like, oh, you can keep this for 3 months or something, but I don't know. It's not great. I'm gonna be honest, it's not great. It's not grape. Good one. Anyway, that was our experiment. If you do it, let me know how it turns out. Maybe you have a better experimental recipe than I do. I was just going for it. So that's our grape hyacinth. So hyacinth.